Hello everyone. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I think the last time I made a YouTube video was when I was like 13 weeks out. Um, Probably made a lot of promises about how I was going to post more YouTube videos, and I did not. So I apologize for that. For anyone who was wanting to see a longer prep series, but here I am. So yeah, I just kind of want to do a recap of the show I just did a couple weeks ago. For those of you who don't know, I did my first national level men's physique show. I did the NPC Junior Nationals in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That was on June 17th, so about 2-3 weeks post show. But I finally got some pictures and videos from the show that my dad took, as well as like some of the ones from the website. So yeah, let's just get right into it. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I'm originally from Tampa, Florida. So Chattanooga, Tennessee is like an 8.5 hour drive from here. So what my family and I did is we rented a car, and it was big enough to hold all of our luggage as well as us, and then my coolers and whatnot. Needed to transport the food I needed for the weekend. My show was on a Friday, so we left on a Wednesday, and we drove all the way. We only stopped like once or twice to go to the restroom and get food for my family or whatever they wanted. Like, I think they stopped at Chick-fil-A. Obviously, I was dying because I was eating fish and rice the whole time. They were freaking eating chicken minis and sausage biscuits from Chick-fil-A. But nonetheless, we made it to Chattanooga on Wednesday. We got there around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And that gave us enough time, me and my boy Matt, to train at Gold's Gym. That was the worst gym I've ever trained at. I mean, but yeah, Gold's Gym in Chattanooga, it was honestly the worst gym I've ever been to. It was the hottest gym I've ever been to. It was crowded. It was super small. But all we really did was like a light arm workout. Then we hit like a little bit of cardio. That was my last cardio session of the entire prep. So we got it done, knocked that out. That put us around like 6 o'clock. And then the rest of the night on Wednesday, I just a few of my family members got in that night, so I hung out with them, spent some time with them, got my meals in, and just kind of relaxed. When you're prepping for a show, you want to, especially the last couple of days leading up to the show, you want to be as relaxed and like in as much of a chill mode as you can be. You don't want to be spiking your cortisol levels and stressing yourself out, or being very active. You kind of just want to let your body rest and preserve as much muscle and glycogen as possible. So that's what I did. So Thursday was a little bit more active. That was one day out from the show. So the show again was on a Friday, June 17th. So Thursday, June 16th was a little bit more active. I had to go check in to the actual show itself, as well as get my first coat of tan on that Thursday. So that's what I did. I got my first coat of tan. I was looking pretty good. And then the rest of the day was spent just chilling, making sure I was getting my meals in, resting. I didn't have any cardio to do. I didn't have to work out that day, obviously. It's pretty uncommon for a competitor to work out one day out. But anyways, basically chilled. I hung out with my family again, and just pretty much just mentally prepared for the next day. Obviously, nerves start kicking in on the day before the show. So I was just kind of just managing those, and just, honestly, this time around, I was like pretty calm. I think I was definitely more nervous for the first show I did about a year ago. But this time I was like surprisingly calm. I was more excited than anything. For those of you who don't know, I did a 15-week prep. So I was excited to finally step on stage because, we've been preparing so long for this one moment. And then when it finally gets there, you just want to get out there and do it. Like, you've been preparing. I was prepared. I was excited, and I was just ready to get on stage, man. I like just being on stage is a lot of fun. Nothing really beats that feeling, win or lose. It's just a really, really fun sport to do. And I encourage anyone who's out there who's thinking about competing, definitely do it. Even if you think you have bad genetics or you don't think you'll place very well, even if you don't place well, it's still a really fun experience, and you'll most likely enjoy it, regardless of how you place. Anyways, I was getting kind of sidetracked there, but yeah, so Thursday, checked into the show, got my tan, ate the rest of my meals, and I was looking pretty good on Thursday. After my first coat, I felt like I looked much fuller than last year's show. I'll flash some pictures on the screen for you guys to see. With their little front and back shot with the tan on. Yeah, I felt like I was looking pretty good. I was really confident with my look. But like I said, I was just, you know, I was a little bit worried about how I was going to look conditioning-wise, since I did have that long car ride, you know, 8-hour car ride from Tampa to Chattanooga, plus, you know, just the stress of having to travel, the stress of, not really stress, I mean, it's a good stress of just, like, having so many people come at once, you know, my whole family flew in from all over the place. So, you know, that I felt like that could potentially, like, alter the way I was looking. Maybe it caused me to hold water, but it ended up working out really well. My coach and I had a pretty good plan in, so I was happy with my conditioning. I was happy with how I was looking, fullness-wise. And yeah, I was just, that night, I was just ready to go. I was in go mode. So I finished my meals that night, went to bed pretty early, got like mediocre sleep, mediocre to no sleep at all. Honestly, I probably slept like maybe 2-3 hours max, which is better than my last show. Last show, I literally did not sleep. I laid in bed for 8 hours and did not sleep. So this show, at least I got a couple hours. But regardless, woke up the next morning, was looking even drier, which was cool because obviously that meant dehydration was taking its effect on my body. I'll flash some more pictures on the screen for you guys to see what I was looking like the morning of. Yeah, so I had like some coffee that morning to help dry me out some more. And then I had like 2 meals before going on stage. So that was pretty much it. So that morning, I think I had my second coat of tan at like 8 a.m. and the show started at 9 a.m. So at 8 a.m. I had the tan, and then right after that, I pretty much just went backstage, and it was it all happened pretty fast. I mean, it was like really quick. You know, I woke up and I felt like just a short time later I was already like backstage. But yeah, so I got backstage and I brought some like fast acting carbs, something backstage, like a Rice Krispies, like a thing of honey, some rice cakes, just stuff that could keep me, you know, full, because you know, I was backstage for like at least an hour or two before I went on, because I have to go through all of the bodybuilding competitors, all the classic physique guys, and then Men's Physique Class A and B before my class, which was Men's Physique Class C, went on. So I was backstage for a couple hours before I was on there. I met a bunch of cool dudes. It was pretty chill back there. A lot of the dudes were really cool, at least the ones I talked to. It was also really just cool seeing like the caliber of physiques compared to my last show. I mean, this show, everyone looked great. Everyone looked sick, and it was just really cool being around like such a competitive environment in the sport. So yeah, it was just a really fun time. But yeah, so eventually it was just time to go on. I'll put the video of my routine pre-judging on the screen right here.
Let's go, Jules!
Competitor 87, Brad Carroll.
And I'll also show you guys the comparisons. I got second call-outs. So this is the comparisons from second call-outs. I don't really have a good video of the entire class, but I have like the end 3 guys. I was on the very end because I eventually got last. I'll get to that. But you guys can kind of see in like the top part of the video, there's like the screen. You can see like a few of the other guys. But yeah, I'll flash that clip right now. But yeah, that video was that was the second call out. There was only 9 guys total in my class. So the first batch of guys had already come on, they already compared them, and then they walked off stage, and then they brought the rest of us out. And obviously, as you could see, the biggest thing that I lacked was size. I mean, the dude to my left was like probably one of the biggest dudes in my class, so it's like kind of like an unfair comparison because I was definitely the smallest guy. But it just kind of goes to show how much like more size I need to gain in order to be competitive at this level and turn pro. Nonetheless, though, I felt like I looked really good. I was happy with the look I brought, and I felt like I could definitely still hang with the guys up there. Obviously, just being 21 years old and like natural second show ever, I felt like I did pretty good. And I got a lot of compliments from the guys, as well as like some of the guys' coaches, which is really cool. So a lot of positive comments. Regardless, though, I felt like we brought a pretty good package. And I felt like prejudging went pretty well. It went as well as it could have gone, in my opinion.
89 and 88, switch please. 146 and 88, switch please. Face to back. Face front. Thank you, gentlemen.
But yeah, I'll flash some more pictures up on the screen from prejudging as well as my individual routine, and then I'll also throw some like pictures of like comparisons between me and the rest of the second call-outs for my class, just so you guys can get a better look of how I stacked up against the other guys. But yeah, after prejudging, I kind of just met up with my family, and we had a couple hours before finals, so we went back to like the hotel. I had a couple more meals to eat, and then we just kind of just hung out. I think I'd tag along with some of my cousins and my siblings to like Chipotle. I didn't get anything, obviously. I just tagged along, but I was kind of bummed out, honestly. I think that was just my competitive nature, because obviously I knew I was gunning for last or second to last in my class, because I was on the edge of the second call out, so I knew I wasn't going to be placed very well. But I kind of just reminded myself that, you know, this is only my second show I've ever done. I'm only 21, so I'm like at least 4 or 5 years younger than like any of the other dudes there. So I knew I had a long way to go in the sport, and I kind of just got humbled by doing this national show, which was a good thing, because like I'll talk about later, it helped me set some more goals for the future. But yeah, so in between the prejudging and finals, like I said, we just kind of just hung out, did my thing, and then it was time for finals. Finals is kind of pointless. It's kind of pointless at a national show, at any show really, unless you're in like the first call out of your class. Basically, finals was just go out, hit a front pose, hit a back shot, and then walk off stage. For me, at least, that's how it was. So it wasn't anything crazy special. I'll throw on the video clip from finals. I actually hit a different front shot variation that I've never hit before on stage, just because I knew they weren't going to be comparing me or anything, so I kind of just wanted to mess around and see how it looked. And I actually really liked how it looked on stage. I did both hands on the hips, facing forward, instead of doing the typical men's physique shot with one hand on the hip, one hand like flared out. But yeah, man, after finals was done, I was excited to just spend the rest of the weekend with my family in Chattanooga. Like I said, I had tons of family there, family and friends. My girlfriend, her family was there. So, yeah, we kind of just made a weekend out of it. And obviously, I was excited to eat some food. TLF sent me some donuts. I had like a ton of donuts from TLF, as well as like ice cream sandwiches. And then my girlfriend got me like this super fancy donut place. I'll see if I have any pictures. I'll flash that up in here too. So, you know, I took it easy, but I definitely enjoyed myself that night. And then we went to like this restaurant. I had like a burger, fries. It was good. It was all really good. But yeah, then the rest of the weekend we kind of just hung out. We went out to like a couple bars. I didn't go crazy with like alcohol or anything, because I knew I was in like my body's in a pretty sensitive state. But yeah, we just enjoyed the rest of the weekend. We did some like touristy stuff on Saturday, and then we came back on Sunday. But yeah, that was kind of just like a quick recap of the show, my first national show. So now I kind of just wanted to talk about like what my goals are for the future, and like when I'm going to be competing again, my thoughts on men's physique, my thoughts on competing, just all that. So going forward, I decided I'm not going to be doing any more shows for at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 years. And I know it sounds like a long time, but being that I'm still natural, I'm still pretty young, and I'm like in college right now. I really just want to take my time with the sport, grow, put on the size that I obviously need to take my bodybuilding career to the next level. So I definitely want to get through school, you know, get settled with a job, and just grow for the next couple years before I decide to step back on stage. Because honestly, it's kind of pointless to be competing and putting my body in like a deficit if it's not going to get me anywhere and I don't have, you know, the tools I need to turn pro. So like I said, I'm not going to be doing another show for a long time, which kind of sucks because I really do like competing. I really do like competing, but I also just don't want to waste my time and my, you know, money and effort going through a whole prep, putting my body in deficit, you know, potentially sacrificing muscle that could be made if I wasn't on a prep just to go and place last at a national show. Like, I don't want to be placing last, obviously. Like, you know, I want to turn pro eventually. That's like one of my ultimate goals. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking the time I need to grow and be competitive. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to go over in this video. I just wanted to recap the show, my show day experience, my first national level show experience, as well as like what my goals are, my plans are for the future. Currently, I'm just trying to follow like a reverse diet I wrote for myself, and just put on that size, man. It's, you know, pretty simple. Just grow in the off season. That's all I'm gonna be doing for the next couple of years. But yeah, I'll definitely be trying posting more YouTube videos. Let me know what you guys want to see. I honestly just don't even know what to record. I might do like a Q&A for the next video if this video does pretty well. But yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see. And I appreciate you guys watching. Y'all take care.